with another video. And this one's pretty interesting. What I mean by a digital, an established digital universe, I'm kind of just thinking like this might happen, maybe. And it goes with my whole idea of Nintendo making an anime and then having a crossover with another anime, and then a separate game that's going to be related to the crossover will happen. I'd say, um, I'd say like this is possible after seventh generation with social media functions actually being in gaming, in consoles and stuff. And to see this, I think it'd be the next big thing. I think it would be really just revolutionize gaming altogether. And if people are kind of confused of what I mean by digital universe, I mean like an MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, you have, basically, I'd say at least three separate, in this case, three separate games, maybe three crossovers, and then you'd have this one gigantic big game that just, yeah. That will probably be as big as Xenoblade Chronicles X, maybe. Um, so I mean, and I think this is what Microsoft could have taken advice from with the whole TV thing. Would be like, let's just have this Halo TV sort of thing. Let's just have a crossover with another series, and then let's just have another crossover, and then boom, one big game. But they didn't do that, and they are kind of giving up on TV, and now they're kind of giving up on their Xbox brand by with the recent news that um, PC users that use Xbox Live do not have to pay, but the Xbox One owners or Xbox owners in general have to. So it's just, oh man, yeah. So what would I like to see? I like to see them. I like to see first Nintendo hopefully make an anime or make a game that has an anime. This would kind of be like a superhero kind of thing. You really can't say they're a superhero because are you really trying to save the Are you gonna really be there just to um save citizens or civilians like every day, or are they just gonna be there in case if something supernatural comes in? So I mean, yeah, hopefully it comes out this year. Hopefully that'll be their surprising title. If not, hopefully 2016. Hopefully they have a crossover incoming. This would really help them get more brand recognition. This would help them obviously get more sales. Not it kind of really matters in terms of getting games like Rock Band, no. Because a game like that should be on a Nintendo system, no doubt. So that's what I think. Continuing on with that whole universe, um, I'm hoping, uh, if Nintendo isn't doing this already, and then they have a crossover with another known anime. I'm not gonna say what it is. You're just gonna have to kind of guess from there. The one I think that would actually be right for Nintendo would be an action and romance. I think just taking all those concepts that are actually unique for animes and stuff are just it's something to kind of look forward to really, and moving on from that. And then after that, after the crossover, that known anime would get another season, and that season would actually have a game based on it. And then the same thing will happen with another known anime, with known anime having crossover with the anime that I want Nintendo to make, obviously. Um, and and then I think the same thing will happen with the second known anime having its own game after the crossover that's done. And then the two known animes are going to get themselves a crossover somehow. And then after that, um, there goes the big game. There goes the big game. I should just say they should make a movie out of it, like a anime film out of it, which is just a crossover of all the three animes and stuff. And that would really get more brand recognition, and that would get them more sales. So it would really help them, if anything. Um, not that they don't have to get the OS up to par. No, not that they don't have to try and make sure their console's not taking a back seat and actually, competing in the competition. And I mean, Sony can probably take something out of this. The one idea I had in mind was that Sony was gonna get something like they're not gonna be able to like do pretty much the same thing as Nintendo. So what they're gonna probably do is, since Sony Pictures has the right to kind of own, I think they do. I think they still do have the right to own. Like they kind of still own Spider-Man. So I'm hoping that they get. Here's a hint. They get they have the right to use a known anime this time around. This has something to do with supernatural powers. I'm not gonna say what it is. And so Spider-Man is gonna get bitten by a spider. In this case, that spider has some sort of. It was injected with some supernatural powers, and then therefore, there goes your Spider-Man, and there goes. And there goes Spider-Man having, I prefer its own anime, and then also having its own game. That actually helps Sony a lot if they kind of use this tactic. And then I think they make another superhero, something probably different. In the I think it's gonna be the same universe as like that known anime that has supernatural powers and stuff. That has something to do with supernatural powers. And Microsoft, I don't know what they're gonna do. I have a feeling like, you know what, they're slowly killing off the Xbox brand, and I don't know. So really, yeah. I mean, the main takeaway from this is Nintendo makes its game, lets that game have its own anime, have a crossover with another known anime, and then that known anime will also have its own game that's exclusive to obviously the Wii U in this case. And then the same thing will happen with the second anime, and then the two known animes will get a crossover, and then the big like Avengers type of game would also have its own film. That would be like I think it would be around 3 hours if I were to watch it. Um, and for Sony, they would somehow get the rights to use unknown anime, and then put a sort of a different Spider-Man, a different version of Spider-Man in that universe that the anime is in, and then they would create another superhero in that universe, and then they'll have some sort of Avengers. I think it could really help them a lot. What I suggest Nintendo would do is just hopefully they get that anime in this year, crossover, and that and the first known anime's game would come out next year, and then the second crossover and the second known anime's game would come out the following year, and then the crossover would happen. The big Avengers event would happen the year after. So And then for Sony, I don't know how they're gonna do it. I guess they'd be a year late. So yeah. Same routine. They would have their Spider-Man, Supernatural Spider-Man anime. Um, I think the year after the known anime season is out, and then the known anime will get its own game, and then uh, another another new anime that's taking place in the same universe as that known anime that Sony is using. Would also be I'm sorry. So basically, Sony would come out, um, come out an anime and a game, and the anime's own game each year, and then have a Avengers sort of game, I think, and film, I think. So, yeah, um, I think this could happen. I actually do think this could happen. I mean, it'd be amazing. Um, just imagine, just imagine the possibility and stuff. I think it's about it.